Hey, what's going on guys? John here, and today I wanted to do a video review for the Chrono Trigger Nintendo Player's Guide. So this is actually my original Player's Guide. You're going to find that at this point, this book is actually pretty rare. As you can see, mine is actually in really rough condition. Given that this game is now coming up, I believe at the time of recording, over almost 30 years. I have some perforations here. It's very dirty. There's a couple pages that are a little bit rough in here, but we're actually going to go through and I'll just show you what to expect in this guide if you decide to pick this up. Maybe someone told you about Chrono Trigger and you're going out and saying, well, I need something that's going to, teach me about this game. This really goes through, everything is in color. It has some really nice graphics from the character artwork in the games. It really goes through all the different steps. It kind of breaks things down step by step as you go through. So just getting into this, it kind of goes over initially all the different characters, some of their abilities, the types of things that they can do. Not really too much here in terms of spoilers. Some of my pages in here, as you can see, are a little bit rough. This one actually came out. I have a chart in here that kind of goes through, starts initially going through all the steps in the guide. There's different tech in terms of combining player abilities and combo attacks and things like that you can do in the game, which is one of the cool parts about this game. This then continues to kind of go through and walk you through various steps of going through the initial stages of the game, a chart of events. Being a time traveling game, this is obviously pretty critical. You have various techniques, and then now it starts to get into these parts and really go pretty in depth into everything. So as we jump in, this starts in, for example, AD 1000, and it goes into each area, shows very nice color diagrams. You have a large diagram of the map, just to give you an idea of what's going on there. Talks about what's available in the market, certain steps that you should be taking, and pretty much goes through it all step by step. I actually have a guidebook as well for Secret of Mana, and one of the things I'm not a huge fan of in that particular guide is that it talks about everything like it's a story and you're reading it in third person, and he does this and does that, and it's like you're supposed to be following along. And this is pretty straightforward in terms of how they do it, right? Everything's really nice in color. You can see diagrams. They point out all the things to do exactly where they are, and then they give you an index as to where to find them. And then you can also see exactly what to get in item shops, what to expect in these initial areas. They highlight certain things that are happening during those events. And then it really starts going through each of the areas and all the different parts as to where you go as you progress through the story. So if we jump in here, you can see it really continues this pattern, goes through all the different things that you'll be doing. So if I skip ahead here, you can see it digs into more of the other dungeons and areas that you'd be going into, and it just continues on and on with all the different places, things, and areas that you'll end up eventually going, and gives you a good idea of what to expect through all of this. So I'm very happy with this guidebook. I think if you're looking for something like this, it will set you back a little bit at this time due to the fact that this is such a rare game at this moment. But this would honestly be one of the most authentic ways to go through the game. It's definitely got a lot happening. You could easily miss so many different things or not really know exactly where to progress or go in some of the story parts. You could potentially miss things without a guide like this. Of course, it's also a really nice memorabilia piece. I actually keep this up on a shelf with all my other guidebooks, mainly Final Fantasy III, which was technically Final Fantasy VI in Japan, and Secret of Mana, among some other guides that I have. But yeah, very happy with this guide. You just might be a little bit hard-pressed to find one that's in good condition. But yeah, I thought I'd do a video review, show you what to expect if you are going to be looking to pick one of these up. I know many people probably wouldn't show this. Unfortunately, you're not going to get it for that. But yeah, overall, I was very happy with this guide. I know when I originally played through the game, and I think you will be too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.